my name is Alexandra and welcome to my studio. I have a new pattern out and it's called Coffee, Books, and Roses. And that's because it's a cup cozy for your cup of coffee and a little companion, a bookmark for the book that you can enjoy coffee and reading together. So I'm sure a lot of you like this combination of reading and drinking coffee or whatever beverage you drink. And so I decided to make this little pattern. It's little, it's easy, but fun. So let me tell you a little bit in details about this. So the cup cozy itself is done in round in one piece. And it's got a cable pattern here. It's a 3-stitch cable pattern. It's one of my favorites because it looks more contemporary, I think. And it also doesn't need too much yarn. So, and then you create and you make this cup cozy with, I did it with 9-inch circular by Chiago, and it's 1.5 US size. So think of sock knitting. Okay, and of course you can use double points, but I just like those tiny little circulars. So you will need this. And then when you're done with the cup cozy, you create little roses and leaves separately. And for this, I used double points US 1. And I have to kind of warn you, try to make it, if you never worked, I'm sure you've done socks, or maybe not. But when you work on little tiny elements, the tighter you knit them, the better quality they're gonna show up, come out. So try to make it pretty tight. So, and you make 3 leaves and 3 flowers with those double points. And then, of course, you will need a cable pattern or cable needle for the cabling here. And to put it all together, nice quality metallic, small size tapestry needle. And of course, scissors, something like sharp and, like good quality as well. So I have my new, I'm kind of really happy with those scissors here. I love it, how they look like. Anyway, that's what you need for the cup cozy. And let me show you kind of, you see they're 3-dimensional. They're very easy to make. And they're really nicely finished. So they look very well. It doesn't look sloppy or handmade in a bad sense of the word. Okay, so this is the cup cozy. And as a companion, so you can see here, it's a rose with a leaf. And on the opposite side, it's just a leaf. And of course, if I open it, it's bookmark right here. So it's just I-cord, these 2 leaves on each side and rose on one of the sides. Again, very easy to make. And this is the wrong side here. So, but again, think of knitting socks. Think of knitting those elements tight. Okay, so here it is. And I just love how it sticks out. Beautiful. Let me tell you about the yarn. So one of the kind of like favorite parts of this design is because I was using leftover fingering yarn. And this is, this is like my latest designs here, whatever is left. And for this particular project, I used hedgehog. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but just in case if you're wondering, those gorgeous colors are by Hedgehog Fighters, fingering weight. And they just like, it's from my Dragon series, so leftovers, and they just so beautifully blend together. So for the rose, I used 2 different colors. So you will need 1 or 2 colors for the roses. For leaves, you need something green and something basic, for the cup cozy. So the total amount of yarn you need for the whole project, including cup cozy and a stitch mark, not a stitch marker, bookmark, is only 15 grams of yarn. So you really can make, so like this, whatever is left, what I have, I can make 2 more at least, like way more of those sets. So one of the things I do recommend, and I have here a sample in kind of like a different colors here. So you can see the cable patterning and leaves and roses here. They're really three-dimensional. They really stick out. So one thing I want to let you know, if you've never done those tiny things, your second leaf and your second rose probably gonna come out better than the first one. So I do suggest to practice a little bit. So it takes very little amount of time, make any of those, and maybe make one rose and one leaf with a larger yarn. So in this case, I did it in worsted weight, and for this I used US 5 needles, and the leaf also worsted weight. And here is the back side, you can see, and here is the back side of the rose. So pretty simple, but it looks really cute together. And I'm gonna make a second leaf here and probably gonna put it on something else. I'm not gonna just waste it because it's really looks very cute. And in comparison, so if you kind of like learn the stitches on a larger one, it would be much easier to move to a smaller yarn. So to compare it, this is fingering weight, this is worsted weight, and here I have a rose. Again, you see the sizing. Again, the key is to knit it tight. So in practice, of course. So about my pattern. So the pattern is 5 pages long. The skill level is easy. It's not the beginning type of, it's not for the beginner, but it's definitely easy pattern. So it's 5 pages because it's got written instructions, it's got chart for the cable pattern for the cup cozy, and it's got a photo tutorial and more photos. So I just wanted to make it kind of easy to follow and fun. So hopefully it would all explain all the steps here. And another thing I wanted to suggest is for this design, for this particular, this cup is from Starbucks. And this one is reusable, recyclable, re-enjoyable. That's what it says right here. And it's very inexpensive. You can get it in your local Starbucks. And it's a great idea for a gift. So you can purchase the cup, plastic cup. You can make a cup cozy and a bookmark if you want to. And this is ready-made gift, and Christmas is actually only a few months away, believe it or not. It's July. So great, beautiful, and just fun, very thoughtful gift idea. And again, you can reuse your beautiful leftover yarn for that. So this is kind of fun as well. And just in conclusion, I wanted to tell you why I wrote this pattern, because I'm actually working on 2 big designs right now, and I was not planning it at all. But besides, as you know, besides designing, I also teach, and I kind of like a couple of times a year, I try to come up with new classes. So I was writing a new class proposal on those 3-dimensional bouquets of knitted flowers. And for it's easy, you know, but it's fun type of class. Everybody can walk out with a finished project, and you can apply it to so many things. And I was actually making little samples, because during my class, I want to show as many samples as I can to kind of inspire people and show what you can do with it. And while I was working on it, I'm like, oh, I basically wrote a pattern. So here you go. And again, I started with this, and I thought like, oh, you know, what could be better than, you know, cup cozy and a bookmark for a book? Because that's, you know, that's what we do, right? Drinking coffee and reading. So here it is. Small, easy, but fun pattern, and I hope you like it. And if you make it, tag me in social media so I can see your bookmarks and cup cozies. And I hope it's going to be projects for your this design is going to be part of your projects for Christmas gifts. And I'll see you soon. Bye.